In my opinion, we just got one of the best Nintendo Directs that we've had in a while, and it seems like a good majority of people here agree, or, well, at least if you were a Mario fan, because this was really directed quite a bit towards Mario fans with a whole bunch of games, but they did not disappoint with the games that they released. They hit banger after re-releases or new releases that we haven't heard of yet, and I would like to go over some of the main ones that I'm most looking forward to here. And we might as well get the first big one out of the way. It's Mario Wonder, and this is another 2D Mario game here, but it honestly looks amazing. It looks like a kind of a whole new, fresh reboot here of the Mario 2D series, where they're giving it a little bit more animation style, and it looks like they're putting in just that a bit more effort into the game, which I think it was really needed here for the Mario series like this. I know a lot of people weren't looking forward to a lot of 2D Mario games just because it kind of maybe feels a little stale and like the same rinse and repeat, but this game looks pretty fun, and it looks like they're adding in a whole bunch of different splashes of stuff with the art style and the game itself that'll make it kind of feel like a brand new experience. So Mario Wonder is definitely on my watch list, and I'm gonna pick this up probably day one when it comes out. I am honestly still in a little bit of disbelief that this game exists or is coming back around, but Super Mario RPG is actually coming out, I believe this year. I'll have to check on my dates here, but Super Mario RPG is a game that honestly I just figured that Nintendo was going to just not shed much light to. I just kind of thought it was in their past, but that's not the case. We're actually getting a full remake here of Super Mario RPG, which honestly I think is fantastic. It's been long enough that this game has been out of circulation or has only just been like put on like the SNES mini console, which already was limited stock anyways. So there's not a good way to get your hands on this game, but a full reboot on this game that looks absolutely gorgeous. I have high hopes for this game, and I think this game is going to be a smash home run out of the box. Boy, I was excited when I saw that Pikmin 1 and 2 are coming to the Nintendo Switch. This is honestly great. That means that the Nintendo Switch will be the home for Pikmin. We'll have Pikmin 1, 2, 3 Deluxe and Pikmin 4 here coming out. We just won't have like Hey Pikmin or whatever that 3DS game was, but I don't talk about that game. I guess I've never played it, but I'm so happy to have the Nintendo Switch as the absolute home for all the Pikmin. And of course we got a lot more detail on Pikmin 4 here going forward. But Pikmin 1 and 2 coming here, I think is great, just because Pikmin's one of those series that so many people do love, but not that many people talk about, just because not that many people have had an experience with it. So I hope this gives a lot of people the want to jump into these games and give them a shot. And the next one's kind of I usually never play the Wario Land series games here. I just haven't really picked one up here myself, but we've got another one here coming, and I know a lot of people always do get excited here for these games. We're getting a Nintendo Switch WarioWare Move It here game, where you do a lot of jiggling around yourself, and it was kind of a whole silly presentation, but that's what these games are all about. They're all about being silly. But another looks like a good installment of the Wario Land series here coming on the Nintendo Switch. And like I said, I know that a lot of people here are excited here for this game to come forward. These games always do kind of have that cult following. Probably less than Pikmin if I was to assume, but maybe Wario Land is more popular than Pikmin. But nevertheless, if you are excited, if you love the Wario Land series, here's another game here coming. I'm not sure if I'm going to pick this one up here right off the bat, but I'll keep my eye on it and see what we're going to do here with WarioWare Move It. This game I thought looked really fun. Penny's Big Breakaway. I always like these kind of games. It reminds me, or maybe brings back a little bit of my own nostalgia. It looks like kind of like a good old classic like Banjo-Kazooie or more modernly like a Hat in Time or something like that here game, just with its platforming aspects. It looks like it's a little bit more like 2D, and I should maybe relate it a little bit more to what Little Big Planet feels like here more lately, but looks mainly like 2D-ish that you go around in three-dimensional platforms. But I definitely got my eye on this, and I'm going to be keeping a look at it. It's definitely the first time I've heard of it, but it definitely looks like a game that I would be into, and and may want to give a try. So Penny's Big Breakaway has definitely gained my attention as well. And we also got Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon. This one was the 3DS version, and it actually now, I'd say, makes it feel a little bit more like Luigi's Mansion 2. You see, I always hate calling, like, games that are on, like, separate handhelds like the 3DS. Even though the 3DS was massively popular, there's still just some games that I think that people don't want to pick up, like, on the 3DS. And so now that this game is actually coming in, which granted the Nintendo Switch is basically a handheld that can dock, but it actually does feel like it's being, like, migrated over to a console that some people that are just strictly usually console gamers will be able to play. It feels more welcoming into calling it like Luigi's Mansion 2, with then its sequel Luigi's Mansion 3 being on the system as well. It's just kind of a nice installment to bring this one off of the 3DS and kind of update things up a little bit. In fact, I would have much rather myself played it on the Nintendo Switch, but I did play and beat this game here on the 3DS and still enjoyed it very much so. I thought it was a really fun game, and so having this game being brought onto the Nintendo Switch so more people can get exposed to it, I think, in my opinion, is just a fantastic idea. And with Luigi, we even got like a very, very small teaser of Princess Peach game, which is going to be coming out. Very small. They hardly touched on that here at all. But Princess Peach is going to be getting a game as well, which kind of just has me laughing. We've got Mario, we've got Peach, we've got Luigi, we've got Wario, and the one that Nintendo still doesn't like to give a good handshake to is good old Waluigi. So everyone gets featured here once again, and just like in Super Smash Bros., Waluigi is getting cut here from the roster. Definitely one of the more forgotten characters, I guess, in the Mario universe, and maybe just not forgotten, but just one that doesn't get a lot of love. And so I just feel like the good old memes from the Super Smash Bros. Era, where Waluigi is all out by himself, it's kind of the same case here. Everyone got featured except for him. So poor Waluigi. Maybe we'll get like a standalone Waluigi pinball game or something like that. But it's currently still absolutely nothing for Waluigi, while we're getting literally everything from everyone else. A couple other things I want to note is that we also have like a Detective Pikachu Returns coming out, and also some more just Pokemon content in general coming out. So honestly, this direct just felt like it was so jam-packed with so much stuff that I was a massive fan of. Of course, I really like a lot of Nintendo's, Mario things, and so being that we got quite a bit of that, but some of the other games as well, like Pikmin, and also some of the other like third-party games. I think this was a really exciting direct. It's got me really excited for Nintendo's like final log of games. I said that this direct honestly felt like it would kick off like a Nintendo Switch 2 or whatever console we're going to be getting next. It's crazy that they're dropping such a massive amount of games here at the end of the system's life. It just seems like a launch trailer or something like that. But surprisingly, they're just going to dump the system with a whole bunch of amazing legacy games to end with, and makes me wonder, what do they have cooking for a Nintendo Switch 2? Because I think we all know at this point we should be getting one here next year. And so if they're dropping these games here at the end, I hope they're not spilling their whole bag and don't have anything to reveal. But it seems like Nintendo's always got a trick or two up their sleeve. So maybe they're actually working on some massively big titles here to launch the next system with. Super Mario Odyssey 2 or something like that would be more than welcome here, in my opinion, and be a system seller in its own. But no, this direct I feel like was a slam dunk, and I'm really excited, and I think my wallet is actually terrified of what's to come here for the Nintendo Switch. But to think about how the system launched, games in between, and now how it's going to be ending, the Nintendo Switch is just going to go down as an amazing console with, I think, just a lot of great gems here on it, and it's just got me really excited. It's no wonder this console has sold so well, and especially after the poor Wii U. Even though you could argue that the Switch has a lot of Wii U games on it, it was just more managed better and sold a lot better here than its predecessor. But what were you most excited for here? Did I miss a game that is coming out here on the Nintendo Switch that I didn't feature here? I'd love to know. I think that there's something that anyone probably could enjoy here out of this direct. That's going to be it for this video. Thanks for making it here to the end, and we're going to catch you in another one. Have a good one. Peace.